Sir, thank you very much, sir. So today, after 6 hours of discussion, we are dealing with 4 bills which were presented by me with your permission. The second and the final, normally, I'll say it even upfront, sir, supplementary demand for grants, normally up to 3 governments are allowed to bring in. But we have made it as a possibly a self-imposed rule that we don't go beyond 2. So this is the second and the final supplementary demand for grants for 24-25. So that is one of them. Excess demand for grants 21-22 of the Union government. Third is the budget of Manipur 25-26 and supplementary demand for grants 24-25 of Manipur. And the budget for Manipur, sir, it is 25-26, but it is more a vote on account. And we are seeking time for about 6 months. So these are the 4 which we are taking up for discussion, and a lot of members have participated. So just I'll highlight the top features of each one of them. The second supplementary demand for grants has So the second supplementary demand for grants has 52 demands and 3 appropriations. And the 3 appropriations pertain to Supreme Court of India, repayment of debt, and also for Department of Space. I'm not getting into the detail, although I felt it might be useful for me to talk about what the technical supplementary is about and token supplementary is about, and also the cash supplementary. I'm not getting into the details because many members are fairly seized of these details. So the final supplementary, the second and the final supplementary demand for grants is being sought, the authorization is being sought for gross additional expenditure of about 6.79 lakh crores. I know Honorable Member N.K. Premichandranji has raised a question on it. I will duly in time answer it. So the net cash outgo on the cash supplementary is about 51,463 crores. The technical supplementary is the one on which there was this specific question from Honorable Member N.K. Premichandranji. It's about 6,27,045 crores. These are not new ones. They are matched by savings in various different sections of the same grant, and among the grants within and also recoveries, and therefore they are not new, but they are only moving from one to another, and a token supplementary of 67 lakhs. So there is also a recoupment of contingency fund advance, which is of 19,765 crores. So the cash supplementary, I'll just highlight 1 or 2 of them. I don't want to go into each one of them. The most important things are the one which is given for fertilizers, which is 14,100 crores. And that is for urea, P&K, fertilizers, subsidy, and so on. And also pensions of the civil nature. We've already we've arranged for a pre-funding of Unified Pension Scheme Fund of 7,000 crores, because that's going to be effective from 1st April 25-26, but we've even in this year made a provision so that we start with some money in the hand. So pensions take one major chunk, and there are others. But one other thing which I'd like to highlight is we have fiscally restored the public finance of J&K, and I'm very happy to say, sir, during the last 3-4 years, we've spent a lot of time cleaning up the J&K finances, several committed expenditures which were laying a heavy burden on the states. We have taken over and we've also paid and cleared it. So actually, this is a point which I'll humbly like to place before this House, because the fiscal deficit to GSDP of J&K was over 12%. That has now been brought down to 3%. Literally in the last 4 years, we have made sure that wherever they have huge arrears, we would fund them to clear the arrears so that the state is not going to be in a difficult position when elected government comes into place. So much before the elected government came into place, we have ensured that the fiscal deficit was brought down to 3%, adequately taken care of for many other payments and so on. So even now, I would definitely say that we will continuously support this Jammu and Kashmir to make sure the UT government will focus on development-related activities and prioritize on them, because we are here to support them. The state needs a lot of development activities. So without going into very many others, there is one point which I didn't think I should emphasize, but I will place it before you, sir. Agriculture and farmers' welfare gets 2,186 crores. It is an enhancement of an outlay for the PM Kisan, and the forthcoming year 25-26 also, the BE, the budget estimate for that coming year, also is kept in mind, with this enhancement also taken on board. So this is not an enhancement that we've given and forgotten and gotten back the BE to the last year's level. This enhancement inclusive is what our calculation for BE for the next year is. Without taking much of a time detailing on the technical supplementary, sir, there is only one point on the technical supplementary that I would like to highlight: repayment of debt. Because this is a point on which I've heard quite a few honorable members speak about debt to GDP of the government. Is there any measure being taken to take care of debt burden? So on that, it is necessary for us to understand that this supplementary demand for grants in the technical supplementary gives a big role of 5,54,349, which is somewhat answering N.K. Premachandraji, but I'll talk about it in detail a bit later. That 5,54,349 goes for repayment of debt. Repayments of 14-day treasury bills, because we can't make an estimate of how much states would keep in the treasury bills, so approximately 4 lakh crore. 91-day treasury bills, 70,745 crores. But what is more important is advance redemption of high-cost loans, buyback of the G6. For that, 85,159 crores. Essentially, we are removing the high-cost debt from our shoulders by advance redemption in those debts. So it's already gone out. The paying for high-cost loans has already happened. So as a result, in fact, I'm glad to say to this House, I'm sure very many members would have noticed, because we've done this redemption, the borrowing rates for government have all come down. It can be noticed that if market borrowings were to be taken care of, the Government of India borrowings have come down. And I'm sure as a result, when states go to the market to raise their bonds, their rates also will be far lesser. So it's a constant endeavor to make sure that we do not have excess demand. That's the next one which is coming for discussion, the excess demand for grants, which is for fertilizers and pensions. 2 appropriations, namely for Defense Ministry, Civil, which is a charge section, and also for Ministry of Railways. So the excess demand for grants for 21-22, sir, is 1,291 crores. But we are, and I repeat, there is a constant endeavor that we do not go on with excess demands. We'll ensure that we do not have too many excess demands happening, because frequently we are looking and reviewing at cutting down. The third one is the Manipur budget, sir. Manipur budget total receipts are 35,368 crores. Revenue receipts are 27,231 crores. The state's own tax is about 2,634 crores and non-tax is about 400 crores. They are the receipts. Total expenditure has been estimated at 35,104 crores and the revenue expenditure is 21,512 crores, capital is 7,773 crores. A receipt of 1,300 crore is projected under the special assistance for states, which is the 50-year interest-free amount that we give as a loan, but essentially eventually it is going to be a grant. And that is for the year 25-26. So as I said before, it is a vote on account asking for 6 months and at this stage for an amount of 17,947. Here too, similar to the way in which we have helped J&K, we are providing all the financial assistance to support a faster recovery of the economy for Manipur, sir. That is something which I'd like to put for consideration of all members. We will continuously support so that the recovery is faster. The supplementary demand for grants for 24-25 of Manipur is also on the table here, sir. And supplementary demand for grants for 24-25 is an amount of 1,861 crores. It covers 20 demands and 1 appropriation. 948 crore is being sought for revenue expenditure. 913 crore supplementary is for capital expenditure. One good thing which has already been done for the Manipur finance management is they never had a contingency fund till now. Now, when we are coming up with this vote on account and a supplementary demand for 24-25, 500 crore corpus is being given so that they will have a contingency fund from now kept every year. If necessary, more can be added to it. But that system which did not exist before, we have now brought in. So, other than this, sir, there were very many discussion points which were on the general discussion of the union budget, not specific to these 4 which are on the table today. So, beyond this, on the supplementary demand or the vote on account for Manipur, on the content of the budget itself, there's not much more I need to add, but I'll go to the specific issues which some honorable members have raised. Sir, I was here when I heard Member Gogoi speak about the GST. I'm going into the details of some of the budget-related and not so directly related to the budget. On the GST on temple matters, this has also been answered in several questions in the Parliament, sir. GST is exempted completely for supply of prasad in the temple. And if there are religious ceremonies which are being conducted, even they are totally exempt. Renting out precincts of a religious place meant for general public, owned and managed by entities registered as charitable or religious trusts under Income Tax Act, they are also completely exempt. Services by any entity registered under the sections 12AA and 12AB of the Income Tax Act by way of charitable activities, be it with the temple or related to temple or otherwise, they are also completely exempt. So I want Honorable Member Gogoi to recognize that GST or income tax has completely exempted temple-related activities. And here, the credit goes to all the finance ministers who are seated in the GST Council, in which finance ministers belong to different parties. It is not just the union government which is seated in the GST Council. So when we talk on the GST, it is equally a contribution which every finance minister coming from every state of this country is contributing to. And GST, 99.9 times, every decision taken there is unanimous. And therefore, a decision for temple, only BJP supports, all others have opposed. No, that's not the case. It's clearly looking at the category, revenue position, and revenue foregone, and that which is for public cause, the council takes a call. So I would hesitatingly say, when it comes to GST, please, members, remember it's not just the finance minister of the country, not just the BJP finance ministers, everybody is in the GST council. As much a concern that you have on GST when you talk to me,
अभी कुछ देर पहले मैंने ज्ञान दिया था पर असर नहीं दिख रहा. चलो.
Sir, I'd like to tell you, sir, informed through you, I have no objections for people to raise questions about GST. But when I answer,
माननीय मंत्रीगणों से भी अपेक्षा करता हूं कि बैठे-बैठे व्यक्तियों का जवाब नहीं देने लग जाए.
so
बार-बार मेरी तरफ क्यों देखते हो? मैं तो कुछ बोलता ही नहीं.
सबसे ज्यादा आप ही बोलते हो.
Sir, the second issue, again not related to the four budgets and supplementary demand for grants, but since the matter was raised and it's my duty to answer, I will answer that, sir. On the concern which Honorable MP Gogai raised on defense-related matters, don't look at defense from accounting and audit only. Very well taken. Point well taken, sir. But I find it difficult to accept that a senior member of the Congress party, member of parliament here, has said this to me, and I'll take it in its spirit. But it might be relevant now for me to recall under three different headings. One, about policy inertia and procurement paralysis. So policy inertia and procurement paralysis made a former defense minister say in February 2014, I'm not taking any names, there's no money left. I'm quoting, sir. There's no money left. All major projects have to wait till 1st April. Several Aprils before 2014, nothing was procured. So, but at that time to say there is no fund, because of shortage of funds, I cannot procure anything. So that was the state of affairs then. Second, delays for procurement, sir, is the second category I want to highlight. Army had requested 1.86 lakh bulletproof jackets in 2009. The UPA government never delivered, leaving soldiers vulnerable. Second, in 2012, Army chief at that time warned of alarming ammunition shortages and obsolete air defense system. UPA failed to give anything. Sir, second point. Third, I'm answering that. I'll tell you what we've procured so that you can compare and contrast. Third, sir, the Scorpene submarine project of 2005 was delayed extensively with 0 deliveries by 2014. 10 years. Navy's operational submarine fleet shrunk from 16 to 13 by 2015. Sir, 2014 again. Ammunition reserves were critically low, and the statement by the armed forces was, it is insufficient for even 10-day intensive war scenario. That's how precarious. That's, sir. I'm giving the data so that it can be compared, sir. I have no problem. Compare and say the same thing. Sir, but you've said I'm speaking, addressing you, sir, because you've called my name. I'm sure you know, bete, what you want to call. I sought the permission and khade hue. 2014 ammunition, sir, that is over. So UPA era, sir, if indecision and also the way in which procurements could not be done because of finances, the scams during UPA era, now I want to contrast. I'll give the data so that it can be compared. What was the number of scams, sir? Augusta Westland, Tata Trucks, Ordnance Factory Board scandal 2008-2009, Rolls-Royce engine scam. All this was happening and there was a freeze. Nothing could be bought or procured for the government. But even with the freeze, scams were happening. You're not procuring, but scams are happening. So money was going to whom? So from that level of indecisiveness for them to compare, sir, I'm giving you the details. When did he run? Under your regime. So from such indecisiveness and import dependency under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, we have now got defense products being exported to over 85 countries, with over 100 companies actively contributing to this growth. Sir, India's defense exports have achieved milestones, increased 30 times over. What was it in 2013-14? 686 crore rupees. Today, that is 23-24, it has touched 21,083 crores of export. So, when we are talking about defense, we are not looking at it as just audit and accounting. Actual progress is happening under Prime Minister's leadership. Okay, sir? Sir, then we had a member, Sri Alfred Orther, Khan Engam. Pardon me if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Alfred Khan Engam Arthur. He felt that the state's Manipur's budget, which is normally bifurcated between hill and valley allocations, as per a particular order which was issued in 72. This time we have not kept that bifurcation. I'd like to inform the honourable member, no, that bifurcation is intact. What was issued in 1972, that custom is being followed even now. The documents prepared in this budget also have this bifurcation. The e-budget portal, if I can draw his attention, of the state government, where the budget documents were uploaded, on 10th March 2025, have detailed demand for grants with this bifurcation intact. So I just want to give a clarification on that. The other question, sir, steps which have been taken for Manipur to restore normalcy. Sir, with the collective effort of both the centre and state government, there has been an improvement in overall law and order situation in the state to a large extent. Except for some sporadic incidents in the fringe areas and the incident of the 8th of March 2025 in Kang Pokpi, there has been a decreasing trend in the deaths, injuries, arsons, firing, and so on. Currently, 286 companies of CAPF, 137 columns of Army and Assam Rifles are together deployed with the with the Manipur State Police to maintain law and order. Also, sir, recovery of arms and ammunition looted are underway. Recovery is underway. So following a public notice which was issued by the governor on 20th February 2025, the recovery has seen an increase. Also, sir, there is a free movement along the national highways. Convoy movement of goods, essential commodities that are being carried out are continuing, and that will ensure availability of essential commodities in the state. Helicopter service has also resumed so that most district headquarters are connected for ease of travel for the public. And, sir, displaced persons, because of violence, the displaced persons who are now living in relief camp, about 60,000 persons are currently residing in relief camps, and about 7,000 persons have returned to their homes. 400 crores have been provided under the MHA's special package for relief camp operations and to support those who are affected. And more support will be continuously provided. I did hear one of the members saying, have you given anything for it? So this is the amount which I want to say. And also, under the PM Awas Yojana Gramin, 7,000 houses have been approved very recently to provide housing to those who are displaced. So various other supports have also been given to the relief camps, such as healthcare, including mental health support, skill and livelihood training, and also for education. So the administration is involved in talking with people and helping them to get their priorities served. Priority is also given for release of funds from the center, such as for centrally sponsored schemes. So the major and critical projects that are being monitored and reviewed regularly for timely completion include tying up for required funds, such as for the national highway projects, railway projects, civil secretariat, Chura Chandpur Medical College, Manipur water supply project, triple IT at Mayangkang government residential accommodation. For all these priority, on a priority, monies are being released. Sir, I now come to the specific question of Sri N.K. Premchandranji, who said technical supplementary over 6 lakh crores is very huge. I sort of answered it earlier, but I want to go into details. The 5.5 lakh crore pertains to a single appropriation, that is repayment of debts. Within the repayment of debt, 4 lakh crore of technical supplementary has been sought for the states to facilitate the deposit into and withdrawal of 14 days T-bills. The central government is helping the states and providing a platform for short-term investment which can be withdrawn by the states on a need basis. Second, for prudent fiscal management, about 85,000 crore of government securities were bought back, and about 99,000 crore redemption of 91 days T-bills. That is the advance payment of costly, expensive loans. When the government engages in active debt management, sir, which is a dynamic process by very nature, and is aiming at reducing the cost of borrowing for both the union and the states, the governments need to have requisite flexibility to attain that objective. So then there was a member, Arun Nehruji, honorable member, I can see him here also. He's raised questions about several accomplishments of Tamil Nadu, and he's mentioned about debt to GSDP of the state being lower than that of the union government, and women's participation in labor force higher than the national average, also says of the higher enrollment ratio. So let me upfront say, sir, We are very proud of the achievements which Tamil Nadu has made. My birth has happened in that state, my younger days, my student days, my family, everything belongs to Tamil Nadu. We are from there. Very proud of all the achievements. There's no hesitation in admitting. But in the context of the debt, to compare a state's debt with the centre's debt may not be appropriate. And I would like to draw the attention of the honourable member, because the debt to GSDP of Tamil Nadu is for the state and only for the state, while the debt to GDP of the union government and is for the country as a whole, including exclusive subjects which have no bearing on the states, such as defense, railways, communication, and foreign affairs. They are exclusive to the center, and they have also got to be managed. So, union government works together with the states, with all states, and for the welfare of Tamil Nadu.
जी गला नहीं, वो गले में हाथ डाल के बात कर रहे थे.
Sir, I like to I want to highlight the projects that are being taken up for Tamil Nadu. Sir, on 19th June 2024, the Union Cabinet approved viability gap funding for the schemes for implementation of offshore wind energy projects. They are only in 2 states, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. And the total amount put together for both the states is 7,453 crores. Second, Tamil Nadu Defence Industrial Corridor, sir, which has 6 nodes, Chennai, Tiruchirappalli, Coimbatore, Salem, and Hosur, was inaugurated even in 2019. Several defense PSU, I'm not talking about private separately, but private also put together, if we were to get some figure, 3,123 crore, even during the inauguration of the corridor, was invested. Now, 2nd July 2024, Ministry of Defence signed MOUs under the Defence Testing Infrastructure Scheme to set up testing facilities in unmanned aerial systems, electronic warfare, and electro-optics domains in Tamil Nadu Defence Industrial Corridor. That is from the central government. Third, PM Mitra Mega Textile Park in Virudunagar is one of the 7 under the PM Mega Integrated Textile Regions and Apparel Scheme. So, if all over the country there are 7, one is in Tamil Nadu. Fourth, in 2022, PM virtually inaugurated 11 new government medical colleges in Tamil Nadu. 11 in Tamil Nadu. The new colleges. The new colleges are in Ariyalur, Dindukkal, Kallakurichi, Krishnagiri, Nagapatnam, Namakkal, and Ramanathapuram, and in the Nilgiris, Tirupur, Tiruvallur, and Virudunagar, and all of them put together will have an intake of 1,450 MBBS students annually, every year. Sure, no problem. Sir, fifth, Tamil Nadu was one of the four states selected under the promotion of Medical Device Park scheme with a final approval for financial assistance of 100 crores given. So that is some of the investments. I'll come to specifics of railways Between 2014 and 24, what are the ones which are commissioned? 1,302 kilometers of new tracks only in Tamil Nadu. 2,152 kilometers of electrification, 215 kilometers per annum. That is 3 times of 75 kilometers, which was during 2009 and 14. 2009 and 14, they did only 75 kilometers annually. What is being done under Prime Minister Modi is 215 kilometers annually. 687 rail flyovers and under bridges. So this is just a crisp account of railways. Let's go to metros. On October 3rd, 2024, Chennai Metro Rail Project Phase 2 was approved by the Union Government as a central sector project, which is 65% of the fund of 63,246 crores. 63,246 crores is the total. Of that, 65% will be financed by the central government. Then, it will comprise of 3 corridors. Madhavaram to Sipcot, Lighthouse to Poonamali Bypass, Madhavaram to Sholinganallur.
आप तमिलनाडु का इतना विकास बता दोगे तो और राज्य भी मांग करने लग जाएंगे आपसे.
So roadways, 4,100 kilometers of national highways have been constructed in Tamil Nadu since 2014. Sorry? Sure, it won't be denied. It will be given. Roadways, sir. 4,100 kilometers of national highways constructed in Tamil Nadu since 2014. Greenfield corridors being built under the Bharatmala project, sir. Bengaluru-Chennai Expressway, Chennai-Salem corridor, Chittoor-Thachur corridor, Bangalore Ring Road, which also has an impact, Bengaluru-Kadapa-Vijayawada corridor. So, development of 2,414 kilometers of national highway corridors with a tentative capital cost of 81,131 crore is approved in Tamil Nadu under phase 1 of Bharat Pariyojana. I'll move to airways. Airports operationalized under the Regional Connectivity Scheme, UDAN, Salem 2018. Airports are also planned to be operationalized in Neyveli and Vellore. Coimbatore and Tiruchirappalli airports covered under Krishi Udan scheme to assist farmers in transporting agriculture products. Sure. Prime Minister inaugurated the new integrated terminal building, phase 1 of Chennai International Airport, developed at the cost of 1,260 crores. So, in addition to the new integrated terminal building, will increase the passenger serving capacity of the airport, which is 23 million, from 23 million passengers per annum to 30 million passengers per annum, sir. And then, in every one of these new terminal which is getting built, the striking reflection of Tamil culture in terms of kolam, in terms of saris, in terms of temples, are all elements of how those airport terminals are being constructed. There are others which I'll just briefly point out, sir. The renovation and modernization of Grand Anicut Canal System, which is a very old one, Kallanai in Tamil, is underway, which is an important source of irrigation for the entire delta districts, which is considered to be the rice bowl. The modernization of this canal is to be taken up at a cost of 2,640 crores. 4th March 2024, Prime Minister witnessed the initiation of core loading of India's indigenous prototype fast breeder nuclear reactor of 500 megawatt capacity at Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu. Also, sir, PM inaugurated in February 2024 and laid the foundation stone of a multiple development project worth 17,300 crores at Thoothukudi, Tamil Nadu, sir, and that includes foundation stone of the outer harbour container terminal and the other projects aimed at making Vavu Chidambaram Port India's first green hydrogen hub port. India's first green hydrogen hub port in Tamil Nadu. 25th February 2024, PM Modi dedicated new composite TB research facility at Tiruvallur in Tamil Nadu, FSSAI microbiology lab at Coimbatore, and the National Center for Aging in Chennai. All this is for Tamil Nadu, sir. Honorable Member Arun Nehru ji, please take this on your observation about Tamil Nadu and how much is being given for Tamil Nadu. I would also like to recollect, sir, about this worry that debt of Tamil Nadu is far lesser than the debt of India. I have also already mentioned as to why comparing that one state cannot be applicable for the rest of the states. But we've already said because of COVID, where the debt to GDP went to the level of 61% of the GDP, we've already brought it down to 57. And in my budget speech, we've said by 2030, as per the recommendation of one of the committees which went into it, we will bring the debt to GDP to 50 plus or minus 1 by 2030, 50% of the GDP. So it's already a commitment. We are working towards it. So the concern that the honourable member has about debt of the union government, comparing that with the debt of one state, will have to be put in this perspective. And the third, sir, high level of women's participation in the workforce, diverse employment opportunities. At the same time, I'd like to appreciate for the state's work as much as put on the table a point on which all of us will have to introspect. We'll have to introspect, sir. We cannot on the one hand say a state is developed, we are giving opportunities for employment, this is the kind of industrialization happening, but equally give us an increasing number of Manrega demands. If actually that is available, why would Manrega increase, sir? That much which the increase doesn't happen in even states which are not as industrialized, as growing, as forward developing as Tamil Nadu. So I would want to keep that in the discussion mode. So if we are, for whoever, for all of us, for you, for me, for everybody. So it can't just be, sir, this is the way you peg it. Now I'll be taking the milestone elsewhere. So the kind of well-wishing, the goodwill thinking that we said that we'll hear speeches, we'll ask questions, we'll respect the institutions doesn't apply. It's only during the time of the speech we'll say that, and after that we'll continue doing what it is. That's not how it works, sir. We raised issues, we'll answer questions. When we speak, you please have the strength to listen. You may deny me, you may argue with me, you may question me, but you should have the patience to listen. So, yes, sure, you've told we'll certainly practice. You think we'll ignore your suggestion? We'll not. But I'd like to be seeing that. So what does that indicate, sir? I'm coming one by one, ma'am. I'm coming one by one. So, sir, we need to have a debate and an understanding that it can't be going both ways. The same argument cannot serve two opposite causes. We need to introspect. We want all states to develop. Goodwill and courtesies be extended. Appreciation on the table. I have no hesitation. But we can't contradict ourselves. Sir, another point which honourable member raised about the enrollment, increasing enrollment. Very good. Let it be so. Let it be even better. Good wishes. But, sir, the ASER report, which was brought out in 2024, brought out in January 25, but a report pertaining to 2024. That report assessed the children's proficiency in reading, arithmetic, and digital literacy across India. Unfortunately, sir, Tamil Nadu was one of the weakest performers before and after the pandemic, which I'm not saying this with a sense of, haha, look at it. I feel absolutely disheartened. I don't want to say it, but I need to answer the honorable member. So I will quote this. It is not my report. It's a report prepared by an organization called Pratham. It's not me. So what did the report say, sir? Class 3 reading levels. 8.6% of the students cannot even read letters. 18.2% can read letters, but not words. 36.3% can read words, but only of class 1 standard. Okay, sir? Which is, ஒன்னாம் கிளாஸ் ஒன்னாவது வகுப்பு படிக்கக்கூடிய மாணவர் கிளாஸ் 3ஆம் கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய மாணவன் கிளாஸ் 1 வகுப்புல ஒன்னாவது வகுப்புல இருக்கக்கூடிய லெவல் தான் படிக்கிறாங்க. Only 12% can read at a class 2 level. So class 3% at class 2 level is only reading it. You reach class 3, but you can only read class 1. Now, is educational outcome important or not? Or are we looking at only enrollment? So, honorable member who spoke about enrollment being very high should answer also on what is the outcome, sir. So, it should be, cannot be a propaganda, and substance should come into the discussion. So, this is important, sir. And therefore, I come to, I can't see the member here. Azad Kirti Jha spoke about how various items on which he felt BJP claimed that by 2022 we'll give houses for everybody. We are definitely giving houses for everybody in every state as well. But my question is, sir, scams, all India level performance, I like to put before you. Sir, teachers recruitment scam is something on which honest job seekers and vulnerable students who were enrolled in schools, we need to have somebody look into that as well. If Azad Kirti Jha is talking about scams, he should look at this teachers recruitment scam as well. Similarly, 10,000 plus crores PDS scam, sir, which affects poorest of poor. On that, I wish Azad Kirti Jha looks at and talks about how scams are predominating in West Bengal. 100 crore midday meal fraud has happened in West Bengal. So Azad Jha, Kirti Azad should look at that. He should raise questions in Bengal about it. So, in CAG, the CAG report, March 2021, financial misappropriation and malpractices worth nearly 2 lakh crores by West Bengal government was detected by the CAG. And therefore,
आप अगर जो प्रश्न उठाओगे तो उसका जवाब तो माननीय मंत्री जी देंगे ना. तमिलनाडु वालों ने उठाया तो तमिलनाडु का जवाब दे रहे, गुजरात वाले उठाते गुजरात का जवाब दे, जो उठाएंगे उन्हीं का जवाब देंगे ना मंत्री जी. तो मंत्री जी उन्हीं का जवाब दे रहे हैं जिनका उठाया है. जो राज्य ने उठाया उन्हीं का जवाब दे रही हो आप. तो दीजिए आप जवाब. अब तमिलनाडु वालों ने उठाया, तमिलनाडु वालों का जवाब देंगे. अब बंगाल वालों उठाया, बंगाल का सुनो.
about West Bengal, sir.
सुनो ना, बंगाल की भी सुनो.
About West Bengal, I've said about how
इन बंगाल वालों को
cut
सुनाओ.
money is being a problem. West Bengal Chief Minister herself, the Chief Minister of West Bengal herself, asked all the representatives of her party about the cut money that has been taken. Let the cut money be returned. Let the cut money be returned is what the Chief Minister herself said. Can we have the cut money returned? Sir, therefore, what I want to say here, sir, if the honorable member mocks for us for not delivering on a promise, I want to say what we have delivered, and this is our government's achievement. Jandan accounts, sir. 54 crore Jandan banks accounts have been opened. I want Kirti Azad to please recognize this and also recognize the CAG report which tells about scams in West Bengal. PM Awas Yojana, sir, 4 crore houses have been constructed for the poor. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, 12 crore. SBM, 12
बंगाल
crore.
पूरा कर दो जाने वाले हैं.
Sir, he has gone away. 12 crore household toilets built. सर सच बोलने में खड़ुआ लगता है, मगर उसके लिए आत्मविश्वास चाहिए बैठकर सुनने का, उनके पास नहीं है. मैं एक्चुअली इनवाइट करती हूं डीएमके के मेंबर्स को भी, कांग्रेस को मेंबर्स को भी. एक आध विषय बाकी है मेरे पास, बोलना है उनके बारे में.
छोड़ दीजिए.
सौभाग्य योजना, 21 crore rural households have been electrified. Jal Jeevan Mission, over 12 crore households provided with tap water connection. PM Ujjwala Yojana, 10.3 crore LPG connections have been provided. Ayushman Bharat, 36 crores have got health insurance cover of 5 lakh. And Bengal, of course, has denied giving Ayushman Bharat to its own people. So, Trinamool नाम में, मगर जो छोटे लोग हैं, छोटे-छोटे ग्राउंड में लोग हैं, उनका कुछ फायदामंद काम नहीं करते हैं. So, पश्चिम बंगाल में आयुष्मान भारत स्कीम विड्रॉन. जल जीवन मिशन इतना स्लो प्रोग्रेस है सर. पीएम उज्ज्वला योजना applications are lying in wait, delayed formation of the district Ujjwala committees for LPG connection. High pendency, corruption and misgovernance in PM Awas Yojana, corruption and nepotism on West Bengal government's Bangla Awas Yojana. फिर refused to participate in the aspirational districts program, forced delays in critical infrastructure. Only 21% of the land required by the Indian railways have been procured, बाकी procurement नहीं हुआ है. फिर metro projects are also being delayed. 4 of the 5 metro projects are still under construction. So state government में इतने सारे delays, omissions and commissions एक तरफा और दूसरी तरफा इतने सारे scams. So Kirti Azad should probably look into that rather than talk about I am the Vibhishana, I have been sent out of BJP. Actually, sir, I don't know in what context he said. Shri Ram विभीषण को उनका भाई मानते थे और पूरे लंका में रावण को डिफीट करने के बाद विभीषण को ही राजा बनाया श्रीलंका को. He didn't say I will rule from Ayodhya. उनको राजा बना करके उधर रखे आए थे. सो इनके विभीषण का समझ पता नहीं क्या है, उनके स्टेटमेंट पता नहीं क्या है, कौन किसको बाहर हटाया. राम तो उनको भाई माने, इसीलिए थोड़ा रामायण ठीक से पढ़ना चाहिए. सर केरला के बारे में भी बात करने के लिए बोले, एक आध विषय मैं बोलती हूं और लास्ट 2 पॉइंट्स में कहना चाहती हूं. सर पालक्काड इंडस्ट्रियल नोड का अप्रूवल हुआ है, कन्नूर एयरपोर्ट ऑपरेशनलाइज हुआ है आरसीएस उड़ान के तहत. फिर साइट क्लियरेंस फॉर ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट इन कोट्टयम, दैट्स आल्सो हैपेंड. मेट्रो, India's first water metro was inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi in April 2023. Kochi Metro inaugurated by Prime Minister in 2017. Railways का बजट में 3,000 crores केरल के लिए दिया गया है. 2 वंदे भारत trains have been started. Social infrastructure तो बहुत सारे हैं, मैं उनके लिए अगर वो इधर होते हैं तो बात कर सकते थे. सर थोड़ा सेंसिटिव है सर विषय, मैं जरूर इसमें पार्लियामेंट के रिकॉर्ड में ये विषय रखना ही चाहती हूं. ऑनरेबल मेंबर,
कितनी देर रखी है आप ही हैं.
थैंक यू सर. सु वेंकटेशन ने बताया इंडिया इज नॉट हिंदिया. काशी तमिल संगम को प्रायोरिटाइज करके बहुत सारे पैसा उसको लिए देते हैं, हमें नहीं देते हैं. और ये भी बोले हम एक एक रुपया जो देते हैं उसमें 29 पैसा ही वापस दिए। जब मैं रिप्लाई दिए फॉर अरुण नेहरू जी, पूरे लिस्ट आउट किया कि तमिलनाडु के लिए क्या स्टेप्स हम ले रहे हैं। वो पैसा सबका गिनती हो रही है कि नहीं हो रही है मुझे मालूम नहीं है। अगर सिर्फ इफ दे वांट टू से फॉर एवरी रुपी दैट दे हैव गिवन यू आर गिविंग ओनली 29 पैसा, सो तमिलनाडु गवर्नमेंट से मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ और मेंबर्स से पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्या सिर्फ कोयम्बतूर और चेन्नई के ऊपर ही आप खर्च करोगे? क्योंकि रेवेन्यू उधर से ही आता है। पेरम्बलूर, कोविलपट्टी, शिवकाशी, रामनाथपुरम, तिरुवनंतपुरम, इन सबको पैसा कहां से आएगा? क्योंकि नहीं देना चाहिए ना। जहां कलेक्शन हो रही है उसको ही ऊपर खर्च करना है, तो क्योंकि उनका 1 रुपया का 29 ही हम दे रहे हैं पैसा। फिर கோயம்புத்தூர்ல இருக்கிறவங்க கோயம்புத்தூர் மேலேயே खर्च பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, செலவு பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. சென்னைக்காரங்க எங்க மேலேயே செலவு பண்ணுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. பெரம்பலூர் எங்க போவோம், கோவில்பட்டி எங்க போவோம், அவங்களுக்கு செலவு எங்க இருந்து வரும்? அதனால கேட்கிற கேள்வியில கொஞ்சம் யோசிச்சு கேட்டா பதில் கூட நல்லா சொல்லலாம். அவங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சே கேட்கறாங்க இந்த மாதிரி கேள்வி, தப்பு. அது அப்படி கேட்க கூடாது. இன்னொன்னு, ஆனந்த விகடன் கார்ட்டூன் ஏன் நிறுத்தி வச்சிருக்கீங்கன்னு கேட்டார். நான் சொல்ல விரும்புறேன், இன்னைக்கு காலையில தான் கோகோய் பேசும்போது பிரதமரை மதிக்கணும், நம்ம எல்லாரோட மதிப்பும் வச்சு பேசணும். We should respect the Prime Minister, we should respect every institution, and we should talk like that. He said that. But if that cartoon from that magazine shows Prime Minister with his hands under cuff and feet in chain, because they want to say America sent our students like that, so with Trump sitting there and Prime Minister sitting there, they've drawn a cartoon showing Honorable Prime Minister with handcuff, both for his leg and for handcuff. Do you want to support it? I'd like to ask my honorable member Gogoi, adukku ungalodaya support irka? அந்த மாதிரி கார்ட்டூனிங் நீங்க அனுமதிப்பீங்களா? அனுமதிப்பீங்கன்னா ஏன் இன்னைக்கு காலையில அப்படி பேசுனீங்க? பிரதமருக்கு மரியாதை கொடுக்கணும், நம்ம எல்லாரும் ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் மரியாதை கொடுக்கணும், ஏன் சொன்னீங்க அப்படி? Are you being hypocritical? You want to say it here, but when the cartoon is done about Honorable Prime Minister, do you want all of us to sit and watch it? Certainly action will be taken, and I'm happy Ananda Vigadan's cartoon was pulled up. And for that you have sympathy. Honorable Member Su Venkateshan from Madurai should answer this question. Whereas in Tamil Nadu, anyone uttering one word against the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu is arrested midnight. And they want to talk about freedom of expression? I want to ask him. Then, he also said, Manipur is burning, nobody is gone there. I want to remind them, sir, in 1993, when Rajkumar Dorendra Singh of the Congress was the Chief Minister of Manipur, a major flare-up between Kukis and Nagas happened between April and December 1993, resulting in, do you know the numbers, sir? I shake while I read this. 750 deaths and destruction of around 350 villages happened in Manipur. At that time, the Prime Minister was P.V. Narasimha Rao and the Home Minister was Shankar Rao Chavan. They did not even participate in the parliamentary debates. So where was Gogoi that time? Where was the Congress party that time? Did they ask them to come and speak? Did they ask them to go to Manipur? No. Similarly, sir, when a motion for president rule was moved in Rajya Sabha for Manipur in February 1994, it was the Minister of State for Home, PM Saeed, who responded, not the Prime Minister, not the Home Minister. And even at the peak of the violence in August 1993, it was the Minister of State for Home Affairs, Rajesh Pilot, who addressed the Parliament. Written records of the Rajya Sabha show that while demanding president rule in the violence-ridden state, Honorable Member Sushma Swaraj of the BJP did not press for the Prime Minister's reply or presence. That was how we in the opposition respected the ruling party in sensitive matters. And look at the way they go on repeating. And this despite when the violence happened, when people were in camps, Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah ji went there, spent 3 nights. And after that, I can't see MOS home, Nityanand Rai ji stayed there for 3 months. Nityanand ji, ab 3 mahine lagatar udhar the na? 24 दिन तक खुद गए थे और हर कैंप में गए और लोगों से बात की, मगर आपके समय पर आप डिस्कशन पार्लियामेंट में भागीदारी भी नहीं दिखाया और आपके मंत्रीगण नहीं गए और जवाब देने में भी आपको संकोच था. And did the Prime Minister then, who served as Prime Minister between 1991 and 1996, ever visit Manipur? In 1993, the violence happened. 750 people died. Did the Prime Minister, the Congress Prime Minister, did he visit then? Would they first apologize for that? The fault lines of misgovernance, sir, of last 50, 60 years should be kept in mind. There are further clashes. 1997, 98, which claimed nearly 350 lives during the tenure of Prime Minister I.K. Gujral. Did he visit Manipur to console the people or extend anything of an apology? No. The Chief Minister of Manipur, Congress leader Ibobi Singh, admitted that Manipur witnessed 628 bunds during his period. Blockades during the last 15 years, from 1995 till June 2010, under Congress in center and Congress in state, causing huge loss to the tune of 2,828 crore in the state. So the possible worst blockade in Manipur happened in 2011, lasting over 120 days, causing severe shortages of essential commodities. Petrol prices were beyond 200 per litre. LPG costed 2,000 rupees per cylinder, and this was during their time, both in Manipur and in the central government. So with this kind of a neglect, I hope Congress party doesn't speak about Manipur as to who's witnessing, who's going, who's not. So with that, I would want to come to another point which Honorable Member Rani Sri Kumar spoke about. She spoke about education, she spoke about Tamil. She also said, we have taught civilization. I'm translating roughly what she said. We have taught civilization for over 4,000 years. We don't want you to teach us. She also spoke about how Manipur is suffering. She also spoke about Tamil's civilization. She also spoke about Nirbhaya funds. She also spoke about Dravidian model of governance that has put women at the forefront by giving free bus passes. I want to highlight, sir, 4000 வருஷம் நாகரிகம் பண்பாடு கலாச்சாரம் எங்களோடது, எங்களுக்கு யாரும் நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுக்க வேண்டாம் அப்படிங்கற அந்த அர்த்தத்துல பேசினாங்க. 4000 ஆண்டு நாகரிகம் இருக்கக்கூடிய அதே தமிழ்நாட்டில் இவங்களை சேர்ந்தவங்க மார்ச் 1989ல சட்டசபையில் இந்த ஸ்டேட் அசம்பிளி இன் மார்ச் 1989 நாகரிகம் பெண் உரிமை ஃப்ரீ பஸ் பாஸ் கொடுத்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னவங்க ஜெயலலிதா அம்மையார் அவர்களுடைய புடவையை பிடிச்சு இழுத்தவங்க இவங்க. I wish they were here. They would have shouted at me saying, how dare you talk about it? It is a truth. So 4,000 years of civilization about which I am proud. All of us are proud about it. But the honorable member tells us, you don't give me any lectures on that. We are the ones who taught the world what civilization values are. Is this event in March 1989, a lady member of the House whose sari was pulled by one of their members, I'm not naming anybody, was that Nagarigam? Was that Panbade? Was that Kalacharam? So she doesn't want us to teach, honorable member doesn't want us to teach her Kalacharam, but that's the Kalacharam of the Dravidian model. Free bus pass கொடுத்தா மாத்திரம் போராது, பெண்களை அவமதிக்காம இருக்கிறது முக்கியம். அது நீங்க பண்ணல. அதே மாதிரி this is ஒரு பொண். ரெண்டாவது பொண், சென்னை அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டி. Horrible rape happened in the campus in December 23. What response has the state government given till today? அவளும் ஒரு பெண் தான். அதுவும் நாகரிகத்துக்கு எதிர்மறையா இருக்கக்கூடிய விஷயம். அதுல நீங்க என்ன யாருக்கு உபதேசம் பண்ணாதீங்கன்னு சொல்றீங்க? மூணாவது, அதுவும் ஒரு பெண், 9 வயசு குழந்தை. அவங்கள பாலியல் வன்முறைக்கு, sexual assault on a 9-year-old school child in Trichy. What action has been taken? Honorable members telling us don't preach us on Kalachara, Panbadu. Is that the Dravidian model? Fourth woman, sir, 22-year-old woman was gang raped near a home in Tanjavur last year. So under the Dravidian model DMK government, these are the cases of women who are all suffering. A woman who was in the assembly, whose sari was pulled, and rape cases. Besides this, the law and order in Tamil Nadu is in such pathetic state that in Kallakurchi, 68 people died drinking spurious liquor. Not much of an action has been taken in that. 28 cases of honor killing. Tamil sollanona mana kolai, anava kolai. So we hear Dravidian model telling us samatvam, we are the ones who teach equality. Different castes, girl and boy getting married, people are hacked in the middle of the road. 28 cases of honor killing has happened in Tamil Nadu. That's the Dravidian model. And they are telling us, don't preach to us. Another one, last case, sir, I'd like to say, enough amount of drug violence is happening. Women are crying. My children are taking to drugs. Nobody is doing anything. We don't know what is happening. Sons are killing mothers because they are not giving for buying drugs. What action has been taken? On the contrary, I'm not naming anybody. One particular individual who has been arrested for deep drug smuggling has been associated with one of the prominent families. No answer comes from DMK on that. So that's important for us to remember. And all these affection, love, emotion for the language Tamil, sir. Education Minister who spoke the truth about how they were ready to sign the MOU and then they changed their mind in the pretext of 3-language formula is not suitable for us, we don't want it, but you are imposing Hindi. I have lived in a Tamil Nadu where Hindi and Sanskrit, if you learn, you are targeted. They can say anything. My lived experience, I'm saying. But more important, sir, they wanted Honorable Minister Dharmendra Pradhan to apologize because he said it is uncivilized. He probably said the way in which you're protesting is uncivilized. But never mind, they said, you're not only telling us, but you're telling the entire Tamil public, which he did not. But they made him say, I'll take back my word. But I want to ask in all humility, there is an eminent leader who spoke about Tamil. I do not want to name him, but the moment I read the passages, anyone with a small, faint familiarity with Tamil will know who I'm speaking about. So, when this person speaks about Tamil, and much horribly, there's no objection. On the contrary, they would keep his photo. They will also say he is our Dravidian icon. I want to read that here, sir. He says, and I quote, and this was published in a magazine called Vidudalai on 27th November 1943. What does he say? And I will give you a brief translation afterwards. He says, Tamil padithal pichai kuda kadakad. That one line is enough, sir, but I will read the passage. What does it mean? If you learn Tamil, even bhiksha, meaning a beggar cannot also survive. You won't get even alms, meaning you won't even get anyone giving you dhan. Tamil படித்தால் பிச்சை கூட கிடைக்காது. தமிழ் படித்தது பிச்சை எடுப்பதை தவிர வேற உயிர் வாழ ஒன்றுக்கும் பயன்படவில்லை என்பதோடு இதற்காக செலவு செய்த காலத்தை வேறு துறையில் செலவிட்டால் வாழ்வில் பயன் ஏற்பட்டிருக்கும் என்பதை 100 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பே தமிழ் கற்ற ஒரு அனுபவ புலவர் பாடியுள்ளார். He says that. He says, if you had spent that time learning Tamil for learning something else, you would have had some kind of meaningful thing in your hand to lead your life. Instead of that, why are you learning Tamil? The person who said this, quoting a poet who lived 100 years ago, you're keeping a picture in your offices, in your everywhere, on your desks, and you're worshipping him. But you wanted Dharmendra Pradhan to what he hadn't said, you wanted him to apologize. Sir, even worse. He said in an uncivil way, these MPs are protesting. You wanted him to withdraw that statement. All right, Dharmendra withdrew. But here is that elderly man saying, again I read it, sir. This was published in a magazine called Tughlaq during their Golden Jubilee edition between 1970 to 2019. It was published in 2019. இந்த தமிழ் மொழியானது காட்டுமிராண்டி மொழி என்று நான் ஏன் சொல்கிறேன்? I'll translate that line, sir. You will understand why I'm reading it here. My mother tongue Tamil. I'm reading this. It really makes me feel angry. But I will tell you. இந்த தமிழ் மொழியானது காட்டுமிராண்டி மொழி என்று நான் ஏன் சொல்லுகிறேன்? He asks a question right at the beginning. He says, why am I saying that Tamil is a barbaric language? He says this. Why am I saying that Tamil is a barbaric language? எதனால் சொல்கிறேன் என்று இன்று கோபித்துக் கொள்ளும் யோகியர்கள் ஒருவர் கூட சிந்தித்து பேசுவதில்லை. வாய் இருக்கிறது என்று எதையாவது பேசி வயிறை வளர்ப்போம் என்பதை தவிர அறிவையோ மானத்தையோ ஒழுக்கத்தையோ பற்றி சிறிது கூட சிந்திக்காமலே பேசி வருகிறார்கள். இப்படிப்பட்ட இவர்கள் போக்குப்படியே சிந்தித்தாலும் தமிழ் மொழி 3000 இருந்து 4000 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முந்தி ஏற்பட்ட மொழி என்பதை தமிழன் பெருமைக்கு ஒரு சாதனமாய் கொண்டு பேசுகிறார்கள். நானும் தமிழ் காட்டுமிராண்டி மொழி என்பதற்கு அதையே தான் முக்கியமாக காரணமாக சொல்லுகிறேன். அன்று இருந்த மக்களின் நிலை என்ன? அவன் சிவனாகட்டும், அகஸ்தியனாகட்டும், பாணினியாகட்டும் மற்றும் எவன்தான் ஆகட்டும், இவன்களை பற்றி தெரிந்து கொள்ள உனக்கு புத்தி இல்லாவிட்டால் நீ தமிழை பற்றி பேசும் தகுதி உடையவனா? உனக்கு வாய் இருக்கிறதா? Sir, the brief summary translation of this is, he says, for the very reason that you're telling that Tamil is 3,000 to 4,000 year old language, I'm using the same reasons to say that it is a barbaric language. This elderly man says, who they worship every morning, afternoon, evening. I'm not even taking his name. And he says it is a barbaric language for the very reason for which you say 3,000-year-old language, we are ancient, we are the oldest. But he says for those very reasons Tamil is a barbaric language. He says, do you know how they lived at that time? Do you know what kind of life these people led? Without even studying about that, you want to say Tamil is a great language, it's an old language, it is an ancient language, this is very, very traditional, and all that. Tamil is a barbaric language, he concludes. Sir, for just saying your protests are uncivil, they made the education minister to withdraw their statement, his statement. When a man repeatedly says Tamil is a barbaric language, Katumirandi Bhashai, look at the hypocrisy. They keep his photo in every room. I'm sure even in the parliament office of that party, his photo is there. They garland him and they worship him and they say he is the icon of Dravidian movement. But he said Tamil is Katumirandi Bhashai. So, sir, I'm saying unbelievable that this person is worshipped, but our poor Dharmendra Pradhan just said don't do uncivil protest. He is being accused. And if their love for Tamil is so much, how can they worship somebody who said Tamil is a Kattumirandi Bhasha? Lastly, sir, this very man, this very person who was elderly also said in a magazine called Vidudalai and dated March 16, 1967, he observed that Tamil scholars and pundits deserved to be imprisoned for life. So if you were a pundit of Tamil, you were learning Tamil, you were a scholar in Tamil, he said, put them all in the jail. And even worse, he said, hang them, as they did not create anything that led to the society's progress. Society's progress, there is no contribution. Those people who love Tamil, who write in Tamil, who have scholarship in Tamil, they have not contributed anything to the society. So hang them, he said. But no, I worship them. That is their Dravidian model politics. And worse, there was a Tamil conference, World Tamil Conference, which was held, sir. He says, census, you can take a census of everybody there and enumerate the number, all of them are fools. That is how far he went to call about those people who were in the World Tamil Conference of 1967. These are the golden words of this elderly man. And he said, learning Tamil will not help you. Not even in your begging will it help you. They have a great love for Tamil. They don't want imposition of Hindi. New education policy actually says learn in your mother tongue till class 5, if possible till class 8. Even better, till intermediate. That's what the new education policy says. But no, they want to imagine it is imposing Hindi and they don't want to therefore talk about it. But wrongly, they create a political mess in Tamil Nadu, denying children their right to learn. And they worship a person who called Tamil a Kattumirandi Bhasha. Kattumirandi Mudi, barbaric language. The person who said that is the person who they worship. And here they say this even to an educated and honest Minister of Education. So that is the hypocrisy, and I'm sure I would like you to kindly allow me to say this final word. They are sure that I would come to say all this, and they don't have the strength to face this, and therefore they have gone away. இந்த விஷயத்தெல்லாம் எடுத்து நான் சொல்லுவேன். தமிழ்ல ஒரு காட்டுமிராண்டி மொழின்னு சொன்னவரை பத்தி பேசுவேன். அவரை வழிபடுற அதே மக்கள் இன்னைக்கு எங்களுடைய எஜுகேஷன் மினிஸ்டரை மன்னிப்பு கேட்குமாறு கேட்டார்கள். இது எல்லாத்தையும் நான் எடுத்து சொல்லுவேன்ற அந்த பயத்துல தான் இந்த ஹவுஸ்ல உட்காராம அவங்க ஓடி போயிட்டாங்க. ஆனாலும் எனக்கு தெரியும், அதை டிவியில பார்த்துட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க. அவங்க தமிழ்நாடு முழுவதும் இது டிவியில பார்க்கும். இவங்களுடைய ஹிப்போக்ரசியை எடுத்து உரைக்க வேண்டும். நான் தமிழ் மக்களுக்கு சொல்லுகிறேன், மோடி ஐயா மூலமாக வந்திருக்கிற நியூ எஜுகேஷன் பாலிசி ஏழை எளிய மக்கள் அனைவருக்கும் உதவியாக இருக்கக்கூடிய பாலிசி. அதனால் இதற்கு எதிர்ப்பு தெரிவிக்கும் திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகத்தை நாம் நின்று அவங்களை கேள்வி கேட்க வேண்டும் என்று பணிவன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். தேங்க்யூ.